Welcome to dinner at the Roundtable Podcast with DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, and Chris Ryder. Your source to knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at
I want to talk about recently
Roundtable.
what happened last week with Romeo Santos. So he was at and it was kind of crazy too because he was at Hot 97 and he was at the Breakfast Club, Power 105.1. And during the interview, they made it seem like they don't really know about his music. You know what I'm saying? Like they was kind of like they really didn't did they homework on Romeo Santos, and I'm like, I mean, that's just poor.
That's stupid.
That's poor. Like poor
that was
journalism.
probably them being assholes because
maybe not. I don't know.
Romeo Santos is the one of the top 5 Latin artists in the world.
Right.
He's up there.
It's kind of crazy though. That's
Bad Bunny, Romeo Santos, Enrique Iglesias. Those are guys that everybody knows.
I mean,
you speak the language or not.
Yeah.
You gotta know them.
I can definitely say that he definitely has a English audience. And when I say English audience, I'm not just saying, Latinos. I'm talking about people that actually listen to that type of music. But it seemed as if like they didn't really know Romeo Santos' background as far as like his music, his catalog.
Fucking around with him, but because when Romeo Santos when he started to his career as a solo artist, he actually dropped songs with hip hop artists, with Usher.
Yeah, he did. Usher, Drake.
Yeah, he
made a joint with Lil Wayne as well.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, you're right about that.
Yeah. He had Nicki Minaj on one of his
songs.
Yeah,
he did also. Yeah, Nicki Minaj as well. Yeah.
The hip hop community, and non-speaking people that don't even speak the language,
right?
Spanish, they know who Romeo Santos is.
But you know what was so weird about
Top 5.
That was like the first time that he actually was like in a platform like that. That's basically targeted to English audiences.
Absolutely.
Like Hot 97 and Power 105, because usually he's really like in a Latin station. But that was like the first time seeing him like on Hot 97 and Power 105, which is kind of like, it was kind of surprising for me to actually see him on that platform. And why so late, really? Because this guy's been on top since he, started, going solo. But so what I want to get to is basically they asked him about what's your background. And what he said during the interview was basically, my mom is Puerto Rican, my dad is Dominican, and I'm from the Bronx.
Look, because I seen the interview, and it was like, when he was asked a question about what was going on in the Dominican Republic, he tried to disassociate himself from the Dominican culture.
Yeah.
The way that he expressed himself when they asked him the question.
Right, he didn't really want to talk about it.
He's like, technically, I'm not really Dominican because I'm Puerto Rican too. You see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
He tried to disassociate himself. He tried to disassociate himself from the Dominican culture because it wasn't convenient at the moment. That's how he made it seem.
He made it seem like that because, I mean, it's obvious. The guy clings more into the Dominican culture because he's a bachata singer.
He's a bachata singer, absolutely.
So that's just
he grew
evident
up in the Bronx, which is populated by a lot of Dominicans.
Right.
The 3 other guys who was with him in Aventura, all 3 of them are Dominicans.
Right.
He's made a killing off of bachata with the Dominican culture.
Oh, my God, did he?
So why would you try to disassociate yourself at that moment? Because it was a question regarding the tourism abroad. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yeah.
But those are isolated incidents, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like how many people who they've actually reported who are actual Dominicans that died over there? None.
Yeah,
but they want to put the focus on the tourism.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is that Romeo Santos was asked a question.
He was asked,
But that's
he didn't want to get into it.
Yeah, like, but that don't do that shit. Like you read both. You read both equally, doing the good and the bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he tried to automatically disassociate himself.
That's just
like, come on,
just bitch ass, lame ass shit.
I know his publicist was pissed off at him.
Of course, because you made your
he messed up on that interview. He definitely messed up on that.
You made your money in your bones on the Dominican culture.
Absolutely.
You now that shit is hot. You want to run away? The fuck out of here, for real.
Right.
Like this whole shit with everything that's going on. I'm not Dominican.
Right.
But my 2 brothers here Dominican. Bodega's a Dominican. I grew up around Dominicans, and that shit is pissing me off. I was in the Heights dancing bachata. Like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, we're just the same.
Yeah, man.
There's no differences between us, and there's always that. Oh well, you're Dominican or you're Puerto Rican, or you guys hate each other. It's always been it's a friendly rivalry between the two. But if you go down to the core of everything, it's the same
thing.
shit.
Man, but
the same thing.
Yo, shout out to Chris. I could have sworn he was Dominican. I just better today, man. Shout out to Chris 3 times, 4 times.
Do I get a clap for that? Do I get a clap for that?
Oh man! Oh, I can't give you the clap right now.
But yeah, man.
Go ahead now.
He just made it seem like it wasn't convenient for him at the moment, and that was a bad move. It was a very bad move for him. And I know Johnny Marines, his manager, was pissed off at him most likely, and his publicist too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Romeo is on such a high level as far as stardom.
He'll survive it though.
That's not really going to affect him that much.
No, I don't think so. Because he definitely got some hardcore, diehard fans.
When you're that famous, Romeo Santos
he sold out MetLife Stadium. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but
Madison Square Garden,
and that's a lot.
Listen, Madison Square Garden, Aventura, the group that he was in.
What with the English accent?
Aventura.
Like, you forgot you were Dominican now for a second? Aventura.
I just disassociated myself.
Aventura.
I did a Romeo.
Yo, 2 times for letting that who just came from the Rashida.
You gotta find the Romeo Santos introduction is famous.
Aventura.
So nasty.
Aventura.
Yeah, but Aventura, the group, they own the highest sold out concerts in Madison Square Garden. They passed Madonna.
Yeah?
Yes, bro. Crazy.
Yo, listen.
Yep. I gotta look that up.
Look it up.
He'll survive it, but he definitely owes the Dominican people an apology for that.
And when he did the shit,
he made another video after that. But go ahead now.
Yeah, he did the Yankee Stadiums. He sold them out twice. I think 3 times. 3 times.
And that speaks a lot of volumes, man, because this is a bachata singer. You know what I'm saying? Where, this guy did a lot of numbers, man. But I mean, it was very interesting though because, again, like he clings more to the Dominican culture, but to see that interview where he didn't want to really talk about it and get, into a real deep conversation about that. And I wondered, like, what involvements he has in DR too, though. Like, does he really go out there to really help the people out there? Does he have any foundation, charities, whatever the case is? Like, what he does? I don't know, so I can't really speak about it too much about that. But it just makes you think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Not. It just seemed like it wasn't convenient for him at the moment, and
he got scared.
When you're such a big star like that, you gotta be very careful how you express yourself.
Definitely, man.
He definitely came out wrong.
Definitely.
I mean, that's my opinion. I just
definitely. Yeah. I get what you're saying, though. I definitely understand that. So let's get to the main topic. Today's topic is tourism abroad, and as you guys may or may not know, there's a whole ordeal happening right now in DR, and it's getting a lot of media attention. A lot of according now, it's about 10 deaths has been reported now in DR. And we actually spoke about it just a little bit last week in last week's podcast, and we spoke about the bootlegging of liquor. But I mean, it just kind of makes me wonder though. Like, I mean, this is getting a lot of attention in media, and when I see things like that, it makes me really ponder like, something is not right.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes me think, like, I mean, it got to be some sort of hidden agenda behind that that is gaining so much attention. But go ahead.
The Dominican Republic did started trading deals with China.
Yeah.
So that's something the United States wasn't too proud of either.
Right.
That's one thing. So, and another thing is, too, you know what I mean? Like, those resorts, man, they're not up to par with inspections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Some of them. And to tell you the truth, 75% of those resorts are American and European owned.
Well, the majority is European owned.
Yeah, European and American.
And what people don't know either, the majority of tourists are Europeans. More Europeans go to DR than Americans.
Absolutely. But the thing is, like, you know what I mean? Like,
only how many of those have been Americans that have been killed?
Only 25% of them are owned by actually Dominican companies or Dominican owners. You know what I mean? So it's like, why aren't they implementing a better system where you have inspectors going in there checking to see what's going on, to see if the food is prepared properly, to make sure that the alcohol that's being served is actual real alcohol, it's not synthetic alcohol, which is basically gasoline. If you consume that, you're gonna die within a couple of hours. It's poison.
Right.
So that's some of the things that's going on. I know for a fact that not even bootleg liquor, because bootleg liquor is people who sell it under the counter.
Right.
This is actually fake liquor being produced and sold for a profit.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know the real inside story, but given the history of the synthetic alcohol in the Dominican Republic being sold, I can basically guarantee it that the employees are stealing the premium bottles, replacing them with synthetic alcohol, and using the premium bottles to sell them outside the hotel for a profit. Because one of the things is poverty in Dominican Republic is very big. See, it's a very poor country. It's a third world country. So if you work at a resort, you're not making that much money. You want to, catch a quick flip. So you're gonna sell that bottle, a bottle of Blue Label for $200 outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? Brand new.
That's big money out there.
That's big money.
Oh yeah.
So,
but I mean,
that could be part of the reason too.
It could be, but I mean, when I really think about the whole thing, right, the whole picture about it, first thing I think about money. First of all, you know what I'm saying, why it's getting so much media attention, and when you mention about trading with China, definitely puts a light bulb in my head. One thing is for certain, DR is the most visited country in the Caribbean. Like this, basically, it has more tourists than any other island in the Caribbean. So it generates a lot of money when it comes to tourism. And then I start to think about, could this be attacking on the economy to really hurt the economy now? Because now it's a hashtag cancel DR.
Yeah, it's big on the internet, and that's one of the things that's getting me upset and angry, is because there's a lot of things on the internet saying, "Oh, if you want to kill a vacation, go to DR." But if you really break down the numbers for a second,
go ahead.
How many thousands of people go to DR not only weekly but monthly? Thousands.
Oh yeah.
And there's 10 deaths right now, right? 10 reported, right?
10.
Out of thousands of people that go to the island.
Right.
So how many tourists do you think die in the New York City every year?
Oh yeah.
Think about that.
Talk about that.
And you know what's crazy? Your brother put me onto this, because he's like, and it's just weird because it's coming from one outlet. Yep. So why is it all of a sudden DR is dangerous? Don't go to DR. You're gonna die. But there's thousands of tourists that go to DR every year, and all of a sudden DR is dangerous. DR, you can't go.
Right.
DR, you go there, you die automatically. Come on.
Right.
Like if it was, I'm sorry, no, but if it was a bigger issue, there would be more than 10 deaths.
Right.
But people relax, and it's people talking shit who are in the Bronx that have no passport, that'll never leave DR, but they forget that they're probably more likely to get shot in the Bronx than killed in DR on vacation.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm saying this right now. All the way fucking relax on that DR shit, bro. That shit is retarded. Like, you stupid. Fuck that.
Those are the true words of a butcher.
Yo, I'm saying this shit in my Tekashi 6ix9ine. Stupid. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
You see that can,
son? That shit, yo, I'm really pissed off, and I'm not even Puerto Rican, but I love my Dominicans, and that shit is really getting me mad.
You're not really Puerto Rican, you said?
I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm not
Dominican. You said I'm not really Puerto Rican, but I love my Dominicans.
I'm sorry, I got my words twisted. Nah, listen, I meant to say I'm not Dominican. I'm Puerto Rican.
I know.
But I love my Dominicans because I'm basically around Dominicans all the time.
Right.
And it's just bullshit to me that there's so much focus on 10 deaths when there's thousands. You know what? People don't really look at the real picture and the bigger picture. They want us look and say, okay, there's 10 deaths, we can't go over there. All of a sudden, it's the media attention. But they don't really look at the basics of it and say, okay, there's thousands of people who go to DR on a regular basis, and there's only 10 deaths. That's what percentage is that?
Right.
That's like maybe not even 1%.
Right. And then when you talk about tourism, right? What did he say about how many people that died in New York?
How many people?
I think it was like 14 people.
There's a list going around. There's a list of like the most dangerous countries, like regarding deaths and whatever. Dominican Republic is like number 28.
Right.
Not even like that bad.
But I mean, like, no one talks about the deaths that happens here.
Yeah,
with the tourists that get killed, robbed here.
Exactly, because
think about what happened last year in Times Square with the guy that ran over those people in Times Square. How many people died?
Right.
Nobody's saying nothing. Right. Everybody stood tight-lipped about it because they don't want people to get scared to come to New York City.
And that's something that you got to think about, man. But it shows you the power of mainstream media. They could definitely change the perception of people, and how could they control it? We just got hold on. Get on. We got a special guest right here.
We got a feature guest.
Godfather right there, baby.
So man.
So we got the Bugatti, we got the Marcelo.
So we got
giving it straight DR right
we
now.
Definitely
baby.
rapping for the Dominican Republic right now, or as I say, Dominican
One
Republic.
time for Brugal, man. One time for Brugal for sponsoring you, man. They chose the right one. You heard?
Yo, I'm saying it right now. We're gonna get the sponsors, baby.
Try not to scream
Put it
into
right
the
there,
mic,
the camera right
please,
there.
We rapping DR for real, for real.
We got this thing.
Try not to scream into the mic. The feedback is horrible right now. You guys just screaming into the mic. Anyway,
Thanks for having me, man. Round table.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, baby.
put it up. No, yours is fine. Yours is fine. But real quick,
go ahead.
Movimiento Music, our guest is
Just walked in right now.
late. You know, he was traveling from Chicago.
He's on Latino time. He's on Latino time. It's all good.
He was coming from El Escogido. But he's in the building, man. Shout out to Movimiento Music, you know what I'm saying?
That's right, baby.
How you doing, buddy? You finally made it.
Yeah, finally made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. You came in with that loud, too, boy.
You already know, man.
It's playing like 420 right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So,
bro.
how's it going, man? We got Bodega the DJ in the building. Movimiento Music.
I like that name, man. Bodega the DJ.
Yeah, man.
go.
He knew about you. Like, yo, but that's the Brugal boy. I was like, yeah, he's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
That's for love, man.
Yeah, man.
Usada representando, always represent Dominican. You know what I mean?
man.
The brand, anything Latinos, anything moving forward, we gonna always support it, man.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. But you came right on time because we just jumped into the
I
topic.
was hearing you guys on the way here.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
got-
were? Okay. So you okay.
I got a little more. I got a little carried away.
Yeah. You got it.
Yo,
Nah,
but
but I heard you talk about what's going on, like the topic of today, like tourism abroad, like, you know what I mean? This is like, think about in the last 20 years, this is the most I think Dominican Republic has been attacked in the last 20 years.
I kind of agree with you.
yeah,
Yeah.
the major media outlets are owned by the same people.
Yeah.
So when they got an agenda, they're gonna spread
Well,
it.
yeah. 90% of the mainstream media is controlled by 5 corporations.
Mainstream media is one person telling them what to do. That's it.
And
They controlled.
And I think like seeing it back to back, people dying, couples and all of that, and me living in America, but also being a Dominican, even my friends like, yo, what's going on out there, man? I was trying to go out there and all of this. I'd be like, it's definitely an agenda.
Of course,
The POD
yeah.
been in power for over 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said earlier, I was hearing when you were saying that Dominican Republic has the #1 tourism out of the whole Caribbean.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
trying to shift that money somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to get rid of El PLD. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
can't hide the truth that they've been in power for 22 years. So,
Oh, yeah, that's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, look, and the government just, released a lot of funds for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's about to look like Las Vegas. They got over $1 billion to reconstruct
Really?
the hurricane. Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
And they deserve it. You feel me? Like,
Damn, why
they
are Puerto Ricans
deserve
always
it.
stealing shit from us?
Come on. I just spent like 10 minutes defending, and you gonna shit on us like that? Come on, man.
Nah, but go ahead. Yeah.
Like me growing up in New York, I grew up being Dominican, but also being with Puerto Ricans too. I got cousins that are Puerto Rican. My aunt.
But we all the same, man. Like,
We all the
Chris
same,
Ryder was
yeah.
saying, we share the same culture,
bro.
man. Like,
we
it's
eat the
no
same,
different.
basically.
If y'all notice,
Arroz blanco con habichuela. That's the same
Well, that's-
shit,
I
bro.
mean,
You're
that's
right, you're right. I
typical-
was just playing around. Shout out to my Puerto Ricans out there.
You know what I'm saying? We all eat the same shit. Arroz blanco con habichuela. That's it. All the time.
I love the
But
switch of
we
the taste.
eat arroz, not arroz.
We say in Puerto Rico, we say ajo.
But that's the only difference, though. The
That's
accent.
coming from the Rivera family.
You know, from the Puerto Rico. You know? That's how,
Oh,
that's
man.
how you,
Listen, man,
that's
Puerto
how you
Rico's
say
beautiful.
Puerto
I love
Rico
Puerto Rico.
properly. You say Puerto Rico. That's
Yeah,
how
me
you
and
say.
John Tavar, we have Puerto Rican family, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. We have our great uncle lived there a lot of all his life.
Well, we all, like you said
And
earlier, we
his-
mixed, though. We all from the same.
And Cubans
man.
too.
And
Cubans.
don't forget, we remember
his
Cuba,
kids and their kids.
Remember,
all
they
grew up
just
there.
opened up Cuba a little more, so there's a lot of people flying over there. And don't forget Jamaica.
Yeah.
So we
Jamaica's
top
big right
3
now,
out
though.
of, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm 100% sure there's a propaganda. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big-
And like I said, I think it's an attack on the economy.
They're going to try to bring some stuff down. You know why? It's just like they did in New York, just gentrification. They're going to try to do the same thing in New
And-
York. Trying to bring everything look bad, go down. People don't want to invest. Properties go down. Then they come and buy everything. Then they switch it up on us. We got to be smarter than that.
Absolutely.
But, you know-
Another thing is, too, the Dominican Republic is a big hub for transporting illegal narcotics
Yeah, it
into
is.
the United
Yeah, it
States.
is. It
So
is
it might
for
be
sure.
a crackdown in different
Yeah,
ways.
but I
A
mean,
crackdown
like-
with the drug
Right.
game, a crackdown
That's
tourism, a crackdown with
Yeah.
the government over there. There's actually all the contributions that come into the country. They actually pocket it, and people are not happy. They made some rich guy very mad.
But listen, now that you say that, though, like, DR, I mean, he's still a
Say
third
more
world
like
country.
a Plonquito. Say more like you said,
But
Ventura.
But I'll say this, though.
You
Like,
guys,
DR is really up and coming though, because actually I was in DR in April for Semana Santa, and I was actually at the Capitol. And when I say this, man, the Capitol was turning like a mini New York City. Like, I'm talking about high-rise buildings. Like, I mean, it's really developing.
And traffic is horrible there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's
but
like
I
New York
mean,
City.
It could be also where they're trying to basically stop that. Like, they see, okay, you guys are developing too fast right now. You know what I'm saying? Where we got to put this to a halt a little bit. So that could also be a reason. You know what I'm saying? But I strongly believe that it's a hidden agenda, and it definitely has to deal with money. Definitely, hands down, to get that much media press, and it also, man, it makes me think, man, how easy people could be manipulated by the media, and how that controls people's perception.
Absolutely,
where
man.
people just are so easily programmed, and then just to basically, follow everything that they see on the mainstream media platforms. You know what I'm saying? And it shows that we don't have a critical thinking public.
Oh, yeah.
And this is why it's so easy to control people, where people don't know how to critically think, and they don't know how to really think for themselves. And that's how you control people, man, at the end of the day, man. And it's been working for years already, man.
So I wanna ask Movimiento a question, though. And I mentioned, there's 10 deaths right now in DR. Think about how many thousands of people go to DR on a given basis. What do you think about that, though?
To be honest with you,
what percentage is that?
Lift the mic up a little bit. So you can
my
speak
sister right now getting ready to go to DR.
Lift it right there. Lift the arm up.
Us Dominicans ourselves, it's gonna be very difficult to stop going out there. But even me growing up here and there, with what's going on, I'm not really happy what's going on with the people itself out there.
Right.
Yeah.
The thieves are not the one looking for your chain and looking to rob you a little quick or no. The real big thieves are in banks, financial institutions.
Oh my God, you nailed it right there. Nailed it.
Call center. These people, you know what I mean? But remember this, we're a third world country, but we still transcend through every culture. If you look at the numbers, Dominicans in New York City, we're more than any other Latinos in New York. Apart from that, how long has Dominican Republic been a hub for everything? Remember, Frank Sinatra was out there. When we had Trujillo, the Dominican economy dollar was higher than the American.
Well, when Trujillo was in power, they didn't owe any money.
No, and
it was debt free.
The Dominican currency, which is pesos, was actually was worth the same as a dollar or even more.
Interesting.
That time. Yeah.
Also, don't forget that we went from Balaguer, that knew what he was doing. He was one of the writers and one of the mastermind behind Trujillo and all of that.
Right.
And we are a republic. We don't got to respond to nobody. When Balaguer was in power, the government from the United States, Europe, Interpol, anybody could be like, "Oh, I'm looking for Jose." Balaguer would be like, well, Jose's not here.
Moby, speaking to the mic, bro.
He knew what a republic meant. He didn't need to respond to any country looking for fugitives or whatever. Like, a lot of people always mention the Dominican Republic. They know just say we are a hub for drugs and all that. I think we can never hide our past and what it is, but that's not what we like. I know a lot of people, even some relatives of mine that have been in jail for a very long time for being, in the streets, whether it's drugs, killing, whatever it is, but they not on that mindset right now. Like, you gotta understand, the kids gotta get on a bigger vision of being professionals, being athletes, being independent, having a voice. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have nappy hair for women. Y'all old hair don't gotta be relaxed. So it's a lot of stuff that going on in the Dominican Republic with the youth. People just focus sometimes on the hookah, el coro, this, that. It's okay. You can have fun. But there got to be time for knowledge. Where we going? Where's your rights? Where's the future leaders of Dominican Republic in Dominican Republic? Who can be president in the next 10 years? We can't wait for Leonel to bring his son. They've been in power for 20 years, and his son is almost ready to come.
Wow.
So,
That's
I
crazy.
think that we're sleeping.
There definitely has to be a change in politics in Dominican Republic.
Big change.
It can't be a one-party system.
Yo, check it out. New music, Movimiento junto a Lady Vixen, ESP51 Brooklyn. Todo el mundo activo, be murder.
You already know. Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Lady
You already know,
Vixen,
babe.
Cerca de la fama y el dinero ni nada a mí me cambia. Es que estamos lindos y ustedes chavas. Estamos por
por encima vestido de gala. Vainita cara como Gucci Prada. Sin beber un Red Bull ahora tengo bala. Aquel me dijo di que estaba en nada. El otro dijo di que no gustaba. San Bernardo, perrito y baba. Ahora quieren que le dé mi nana. Energía mala, coge pico y pala. Cojo vacaciones para Punta Cana. Tú quilla porque no hay cuchara. No es culpa mía de que tú estés mala. Ahora quieren di que sea mi para. ¿Será mi carro o será mi lana? Tan volteado como una patana. Es que todo cambia cuando coge fama.
Antes no me llamaba, ahora sí me llama. Es que estoy cerca de la fama y a mí nada me para. Antes no me llamaba, ahora quiere estar en mi cama. Que estoy cerca de la fama y el dinero ni nada a mí me cambia. Nada me va a cambiar, solo el cambio el cheque que voy a cobrar. Tu jeva me vio y cambió pa' acá. Tú lo que quieres solo sonar, no eres de nada. Bajo al bloque y fa siempre se afipiar. Mi mano se mantiene verde de tanto dinero que nunca paro de contar. Te pones pa' la mujer de emergencia, ambulancia te viene a buscar. Pana que tú no te ves, solo te ven tiempos del incontar. Vivo mi vida real, aunque me pegue no voy a cambiar. Es que en esta novela tú eres el chivato y yo el criminal. Antes no me llamaba, ahora sí me llama. Es que estoy cerca de la fama y a mí nada me para. Antes no me llamaba, ahora quiere estar en mi cama. Que estoy cerca de la fama y el dinero ni nada a mí me cambia. Sabes que lo que seguimos rompiendo, New York City, los frailes. Con mi gente metiendo mano, se llama Cualo Boys, puerta. Los alumbrados, música de calle, Brugal Boys, la familia, let's get it, baby.
Yeah. Then at the Roundtable Podcast, we're back, baby. The second hour, Movimiento music in the building.
Yeah.
You know, we give him the second hour.
Right there, baby.
That was a great
Yeah, it
record,
was
man.
for real.
I like the video too,
Yeah,
though.
man.
The video's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Gracias. Appreciate it. Good in Miami. Jukes doing a lot of work.
He
Wow.
got that real swag though. You know what I'm saying? He got that real Washington Heights and the Dominican Republic guy. You know, that flow, baby. Like, that shit blends well.
Movimiento, just speak a little bit about that song real quick. Tell us
man. Talk about
the story behind it, how that got developed.
That record, to be honest with you, that like yo tengo un hermano que he's into music a lot. Like he more into producer, engineering. Shout out him in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So he was home. Like everybody tell me when he record me, he's the only one that can bring like my voice or the levels at a certain thing.
Yeah.
I remember my nigga Pico was like, yo, Movimiento is the only way to make it te graba. Everybody like, you know, fuck with him all the time.
Right.
But he be busy, so I don't like try to like mess up my brother's schedule. I let him be himself, and whenever we can, we work. Anyway, we was home. I really like the beat. Like if I hear a beat and I pick a topic, I could flow and do 2 records back to back without writing a word.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah, like I try to like,
because that shit bring out the other level in you, bro, and you just want to go in. Because if you really hear certain beats by certain artists, you know they was in the booth. As soon as they heard that beat, that shit got their adrenaline running, and then they was just going in, and you can definitely hear it.
I feel every artist has their own formula. Like a lot of people know that Jay-Z, like even Biggie, like Lil Wayne. A lot of them used to do it like that. And even Jay-Z to this day se mete un booth y ya tiene todo en la cabeza. A couple things that he has already in mind. And then as I got older and being like working on my craft so long, I got to understand that. You know what I mean? Shout out Callejero, like, you know, viene un show por ahí que se llama 10, se llama 10 minutes. It's all about you and whoever you, 2 people interacting and keeps freestyling for 10 minutes. We took a ride, you know what I'm saying? I was with Charlie Lamerma, shout out BK, Aro Sancho, todos los tigres. They invited me to the studio. Cuando yo bajo, you know what I'm saying? Estoy para allá para Manhattan. El primito mío Narch Film, shout out Narch Film, haciendo pile video, the whole city on fire right now. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Creton Family, Chucky 73, todos están trabajando fire right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
shout out to the independent movement, man.
You already know.
That's one thing we said about last week's podcast, man. We support independent artists, man.
We got to, man, because we independent podcast.
Absolutely,
we gotta support
man.
that independent artist, baby. Hurt?
You know what I'm saying? We don't bite our tongues for anyone. You know what I'm saying? We just keep
not
it
at
real.
all. Then at the round table, we always gonna be authentic, baby.
Man, absolutely, man.
We gonna stay true to ourselves. That's how we roll.
That's right, baby. That's right, man.
Yeah,
Tito's there?
Titón.
Tito,
Real quick.
man, what's going on,
Real
Tito?
quick.
Tell Tito, man, we're going to get the visual out there soon, baby.
Just put it on the mic if you want to talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you hear me? Say, oh, yay.
Put him on speaker.
Yeah, man, but
Ahí on the mic, lo puse en el mic, lo tiré
what's up, Tito? What's poppin', man? Real quick, nigga. Real quick.
Yo, listen. When I saw that clip, that shit had me on the floor in tears, bro.
That word is exclusive for Tito. Real quick.
Yo, but listen. Yo, we all got an exclusive like. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
Future podcast episode, we gonna have an anniversary where we all gonna wear T-shirts depicting our.
Yeah, we're gonna troll each other.
You know, we're gonna troll each other the whole episode. So we all gonna wear T-shirts where we specific to our trolls. So DJ John Tovar, he's gonna have a hashtag where Nelly Nell's gonna be hashtag real quick, and then I'm gonna have the hashtag the butcher because he always makes fun of me with that.
You
shit.
gotta put a visual. You gotta put the knife.
I do. No, listen, I'm gonna bring my set.
So I forget the story. So entonces después de ahí, you know what I'm saying, no tira, on my way to link up with Narcs, yo y Callejero, you know what I'm saying, que hermano de Licky Loco, que uno de los primeros en Nueva York, big deals aquí en Nueva York, rapeando en español. Anyway, entre nosotros ahí hablando, he put a beat, él empezó a hacer los coros, I came with the verse, después tiraba verses back and forth, you know what I'm saying, like non-stop, de corazón, but in my mind, yo tenía 2 letras, yo estaba relajando, I was just playing, you know what I'm saying, como yo estaba diciendo, qué problema, que vive en otra novela, nigga, tengo al diablo, papá Dios, peleando con el diablo, aquí en la tierra, so I said that shit, tú sabes, eso, like, qué problema que tenía otra novela, tengo a papá Dios peleando con el diablo aquí.
But I definitely get, that's definitely get where you're coming from, having.
So you want a beat to freestyle this or?
Dale.
We get the first hit at the round table cipher.
Damn.
So we doing it? So we doing it?
I'm gonna take it back.
So we doing it?
I want to hear the Biggie. I want to hear that South.
I'm not prepared. Yo, we got some things in the work with the cipher though. We got some things in the work with the cipher because at Dinner at the Round Table podcast, we support the music.
Absolutely.
We support the movement, the DJing,
That's right, baby.
the talking, the activists, man. We right now our whole well-being is to empower our community.
Absolutely, man.
You know, our independent community and lift up that Latino motherfucking community, baby. I am, bro, because we talking about the community, and I'm so tired of us. Like, putting each other down and not lifting each other up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
and we got to lift each other up. We got to lift the DJs up. We got to lift the artists. We got to lift the podcasts. We got to lift the movements. We got to take care of each other because if we don't take care of each other, who we going to take care of? Who else is going to take care of us? Nobody.
Right.
And that was my whole point earlier when I made the comment. These big artists that, I just used Jay-Z and Beyonce as an example. They don't need you. They have 100 million other fans.
They're already established.
They're gonna make their money regardless. They're gonna have support regardless. So support your local people. Support your local friends. People who are trying to do something, support them. Because that's very important. I hate it when people, you will make it quicker with outsiders than with your own people.
Yep.
Outsiders will support you quicker than your own people.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. We gotta change that.
Listen,
and you know what? I'm gonna say this right now.
You know why? Because most people support popular trends instead of supporting somebody who's trying to come up. Oh, everybody else is supporting this person, so let me support them too.
Right,
they don't need you, bro. They jump on the wagon. Stop being fake, man.
That's true.
Yo, I know people who will spend $400 on a Romeo Santos concert, but won't pay $10 to go see their boy perform down the block.
Right.
And their boy is nice. And
their boy is nice. I want to say this real
dope.
quick on the Round Table podcast. I'm gonna make this right now. Any independent artist who's Latino or black who wants to get a platform to show they self, hit us up.
Hit us up.
Hit us up.
This your platform.
Hit us up, and this will be your platform.
Right,
you heard?
that's right.
If you an independent artist like Movimiento, a DJ like DJ Bodega the DJ, who's been killing on the ones and twos, hit us up, bro. Because that's what we've been doing since day one. We've been putting independent artists on our podcast and talking that real shit. You heard? So hit us up, baby. At Dinner at the Round Table podcast, baby.
Yo, I like it when you drink Barcelona. You sound more vivid.
Nah, son. No, cause for real though, cause I love my Latino peoples though. I do.
No, but you're right about that, man.
You know
because
what
we
I'm
gotta be more supportive,
and we gotta. Dinner at the Round Table's gotta be that platform for these artists to showcase themselves, and you know that we gotta empower our own people. Because everybody, like, look at DR. They trying to destroy DR right now,
man.
And that shit ain't fair. And that was the shit with Puerto Rico too. You know,
we gotta make a change. Like, you know what I mean? Now, like us Latino, the African American community, like anybody that feel left out, they need to get together. And us being Dominicano, being Latino, being Boricua, being all these places, we gotta keep being aware of what's really going on here and there. Sometimes we just hear and we like blinded to what's going on over there. Sometimes you sending somebody even $20 makes a difference. Yeah. But we got to make the change. Like, I can't have cousins that just want to wait for pairs of sneakers and do nothing year after year. Nah, if I could give you what I could give you, always be my family. But if you're not moving forward to the company that we got going on, then what do you want? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
People got to start being accountable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be the weakest link for. I understand you could go through something for a year or two, but you can't be the weakest link for 100 years.
Absolutely. And I want to say something real quick because, I mean, with blacks and Latinos, man, like, we really dictate the culture. I mean, and I'm really to see that we have so much power, but we don't really take ownership of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get exploited by, you know what I'm saying, whites, and you know what I'm saying, like, why we don't take more ownership of ourselves, and you know what I'm saying, knowing that we have so much economic power with this.
And you know what it is too, like you guys having this show now, like you having this show now here.
Yeah.
This is a voice. This is not only like, look, I look at you guys. You guys are like probably almost the same age as me, or probably older. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is every little thing makes a change.
Absolutely, man.
If I got a neighbor, right, and the kid is like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, what does it bother me to one day just throw him a basketball? The kid is a kid.
Yeah,
that basketball might change his whole life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? And think about it. A lot of us is into music, into the art, shows, T-shirts. Like, they don't want us to like do what our parents used to do, what my grandparents used to do, what back in the day, New York City, everybody used to do.
Right.
You feel me? Like, we actually trying to change from that.
Right, absolutely.
And I respect people that do things like that, or even people working hard, man. I don't care if you're a cook, mechanic. If you got the patience to do that and live and be happy.
That's right.
It does not. Not everybody thinks that now you have to be a drug dealer. You have to be doing something. But you know what I mean? Like, we all come from, you know, from that, like, in our DNA, and you know who we are. But at the end of the day, even if that's what I got to do to survive, I still got to think of that big picture, man.
You know, what we have to do a lot too is, you know, for us to know, they have the information on how to become owners of our own stuff. We have to spread it to those who don't know. Right. Get your LLCs done.
Right.
Corporations is you know, it takes a little bit of money. And sometimes it's just not really about the money. It's about you doing the proper research, getting the proper paperwork done.
Protect your
Make yourself a brand, man. Stop supporting all this big brand. They don't need you, man. They already got enough people buying from them.
Somebody. So I seen one of my big supporters, like a big uncle of mine. Shout out, you know what I mean, Jock. You know what I mean, Rebirth Media. Like, what's going on? Like, he give me constant, even things that he posts and constant messages, and like, you know what I mean. These are people that we all come from being, you know what I mean, urban, being on the, you know, from the bottom coming up. Rough, you know, growing up, sometimes jail time, sometimes not ourselves, but our parents in jail time. Like, something gotta, like, I see them and they just come around, and I go to different neighborhoods and I see the older people sitting down. Yeah, guys, oh, you do the video, like, that feels good. When the older people that we look up to, you know what I'm saying, they actually like, man, do that music, man. I see a little kid playing basketball. Come here, dribble, give him. The other day I was shooting around in the basketball court. I swear to God, this has really happened to me. I see a young kid like 8, 9. He's mad. He's very pissed off walking to school. I said, what's wrong with you? He didn't even know why he was mad. I was like, man, you about to have the whole summer, man. When you leave your house, they get you mad at home. Don't have your little friends know you're mad. and the kid was like throwing the basketball, that's just a little positive thing for that kid.
Right,
that might change his day, or that might change his whole way of living from there forward.
Right.
You're right.
A little thing like that could definitely make a big difference.
Yeah.
And I learned from the older people.
And sometimes coming from a stranger is better because, you know, sometimes as family members or people, you know, that you might know, they might enable you in the sense and not really, you don't really grasp the message.
Right.
But when you get it from a stranger, you're like, oh shit, like somebody really cares about me.
Right.
You might get it, you know,
absolutely.
it feels better sometimes.
And what Chris Ryder said, though, not to cut you off, but he made a very valid point. We got to really uplift ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We got to stop going against each other because that was the mechanism used to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
And we continue to be divided, we're never going to progress as us, as a community. You know what I'm saying?
We put that example as the most recent Puerto Rican Day parade. I'm from Queens and Brooklyn. I mean, coming from there to come up here to the parades with the Dominican parade, Puerto Rican parade.
Yeah.
Yo, I came from Queens that day, my brother. Every train coming up this way was an issue or shuttle bus. And like, even watching the news and stuff, like I heard was it like the governor or somebody didn't even go. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they doing it on purpose. Like remember back in the days when everybody and their mother wanted to go and put their faces. Yeah, I'm with the Latinos. I'm here. But now it's like they feel like, oh, now we don't need them. Now we need all the new people coming to New York. They want all the New Yorkers to leave. They want all these new credit. They want all these people from Europe, the Chinese, the Asians, and they all want all of us that live and see this as our home.
That's what I used to say, right? I guess last time we
But listen, I want to say
it's
something.
funny
Though.
that you say that a lot of owners of property in New York are not even New York residents.
No.
Right. Yep.
But you know, I want to say something though. The New Yorker, the real New Yorker, is becoming a minority. You know, the our culture, the way we've done things, what's made New York is dying out.
Right.
Because they're forcing a lot of the people who made New York the way that it was, the specialness of it.
Yeah.
You know, the language, the culture, everything. You know, I was just with my moms and we was in Target right here on 116th, and we was in Pleasant, and we was walking up the block, and I seen a white person walking by, and I'm like, yo, you see this person right here? I wouldn't have seen her 5 years ago.
Right.
But I see her now, and she's in her jogging clothes, and she's about to jog, and that's something that, you know, and my mom was like, oh, but you know, we all gotta coincide together. No, because you know what, at the end of the day, they don't want us around. They want to come into our neighborhoods. Kick us out. Yeah, they want to come into our neighborhoods. They want to kick us out.
Right.
You know, it's not that they want to coincide with us.
Right.
Because they don't. You know, I'm all for coinciding, and I'm all because as you said so many times, John Saval, about being a human race, and there's no race, there's no white, there's no blacks, there's no Latinos, there's nothing. But at the end of the day, they don't want us to be with them.
Right.
They want to kick us out of our own neighborhoods.
Right.
And take the essence of what makes New York so special.
Yeah, I was on 184th
you know?
in St. Nicholas. I was
Excuse me. Is that the community you're talking about? The community? Like more white folks in it?
Yeah, because, yo, bro, my hood.
You gotta mind yourself that
the gentrifiers.
A lot of Dominicans don't be in that community seminar.
Yeah, that's
right. We spoke about that.
We had an episode where we had an activist on here and was talking about that.
Yeah. We had a board member, actually the leader of the board member. Shout out to Aisha Ogilvy.
Ogilvy. Give him a shout out. Give him a shout out for saying that.
There you go. But shout out to Aisha. But Aisha, she's actually the head of the community board for District 12 and 11, which is Washington Heights and Inwood. And she was here, and she said it herself. She's actually a witness that a lot of people within the community that live there, like they say, what, for instance, Washington Heights, the Dominicans that live there, they complain once the stuff is done, but when the laws are being made and the rules are being changed, they're not at the community board meetings. They're not there.
And that's a big thing.
Even those club owners, the lounges, it's not until they get shut down, something happens to them. Oh, let's save Uptown. Save Uptown what? You never been to the meetings. Right. You're not doing anything productive.
Got to be more involved.
But so she said it herself. She's a witness to it. Like, you guys got to come to the meetings. You got to put things in writing.
You got to open your mouth.
Yeah, you got these little old ladies or these gentrifiers going to them. They're going to those board meetings.
But you know,
I think
you know who for that is sometimes is even our generation of me. I feel like our parents being, let's say, bodega owners, or their relatives being bodega owners, all the
mean
kids of the
the
bodega
mom and pop
owners,
stores, like
yeah, the mom and pop store, all the, you know what
Shout out to the
happens?
mom and pops.
You know what happens to all the kids of those bodega owners? Instead of doing like the Italian family do, right? That once they put a pizza shop, they probably buy the whole building first.
Right.
So that pizza shop never leaves there. And no matter what happens, that family has a working business.
Right.
People can work there. It's generating funds.
Right.
But a lot of us, you know what I mean? Like us, let's say that my father was a bodega owner. And I didn't follow that same thing. So I'm losing right there. I feel like I could have followed what my dad was doing into bodegas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Continue that. But I think that happens to me and a lot of, like in my age, that people chase their dream, whether they look at it at the bodega like, nah, it's not where I want to be.
Exactly.
They would look at it like, oh, that's nothing, but they don't understand people, that leaving that bodega,
they're not keeping
a lot of stuff.
That's creating generational wealth.
They're not keeping traditions alive. You're right about that.
And I mean, it goes again.
Dismantle that.
Yeah.
It breaks down, and then the culture doesn't continue on.
And like we were saying, like these people don't go to these round meetings, but I think now with what's going on, I think us Dominican, like I said, the same thing as being Dominicano ausente. That means Dominicans that live abroad, the one in Europe, in America. Remember, our country mostly depends on the money we send in over there.
Yeah.
And then apart from that,
American dollar,
you see how they say, oh, the Dominican Republic is a narco state, just like Miami was.
Of course.
Why they're not saying that Miami, all those buildings, everything was in that Pablo Escobar era, and the cocaine era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they want to say, oh, us Dominicans, Dominicans drug these cars and all these stuff. I'll be like,
nah.
You guys blueprint this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Tito in the building right now. Just walked in on us right now.
Yes, sir. Yo, listen. Yo.
Shout out real quick.
Let's get it.
Shout out to Tito, man.
Let's get Tito on the chair real quick.
Yo, Tito's gonna take over my seat real quick, cause our most epic episode was classic with Tito. So he's gonna take my seat. Yeah.
Shout out to Tito Roosevelt in the building. We have A-list celebrities now coming to a podcast. That's great.
That's right. They know in the building right now.
Starting out the gate, huh?
Yeah, I'm saying, put that mic on your mouth, bro.
Oh, man.
What's good, man? What you was eating, man? You came in with your mouth full, bro.
You one of them $1.50 pizzas they got downstairs.
Oh, that's good? Yeah, man, so what's up, man? How you been, bro? Since
all right, my
the last 2 weeks since you haven't been on the show. It was your birthday. Happy belated, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to Tito the General, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, Tito.
Right,
baby.
For y'all that don't know, man, you know what I'm saying? This is a legend right here. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
let's talk about the main topic, though. I mean,
tourism abroad.
I'm still waiting
man.
for that Movimiento freestyle.
Oh, okay.
We can do that.
We can do that at the end.
We can do that.
DJ Premier beat. You heard?
Oh, Premier beat. Okay.
Yo,
I like that idea too. I like that idea.
That's good.
Tito was talking about that he wanted to hijack Movimiento's podcast.
The same way that he hijacked your shit, right?
My bad.
He was in the building.
Yeah, but listen, yeah, man. Tourism abroad, man. What do you think about that, Tito?
Yeah, VR right now, what's happening?
I mean, I think they blowing that shit out of proportion.
Man, tell me about it, bro.
I mean, it's scary. It's scary to to think about what's happening over there. But there's more to it that we don't really know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit just don't happen like that, And then it's ironic that it's just Americans that's dying and shit like that. But and we could go deep, man. I honestly think that it's just somebody bootleg some bad batch or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
exactly what is happening. That synthetic alcohol is like gasoline; it kills you. It's poison. So employees in the resorts are switching it, using the premium bottles and reselling them for a profit outside, leaving the fake liquor there, and people are dying.
Right, and also I want to point out though, people that actually died already had health issues.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? Which also gotta take that.
If you're old man taking Cialis because you're in a resort trying to fuck your shorty, and you drink some of that synthetic alcohol, you're gonna die, boy. You're dying.
Nah, but I think like this is not the first time that been going around. Like I remember being on vacation 2-3 years back, and people always being scared of that. So I think like that also goes back to the government. Why isn't the government being more aware of what tourism is our main bread and butter?
It is.
Why doesn't they have a whole department to make sure that these places are being monitored? They're on top of the, what I mean? If they're wrong, give them those strong fines because they're making the money and they're going to be more aware. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I'm sorry, have watchdogs.
Yeah, and exactly like even the resorts, I'm sure if they're doing it, or they should get used to having meetings where everybody understand, like, even after somebody clean the room, you still need somebody to inspect it, make sure it's good for the public. Every little thing is gonna help everything.
Absolutely.
They're not damaging just DR. They're hurting the Dominican brand worldwide. New York.
I mean,
Europe,
I'm surprised.
everywhere.
I'm surprised that the government is not on top of that like that. You know what I mean? Because usually, like you said, that's an investment. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like if I'm not mistaken, they was like second in tourism, like in that ranking. That people go there and all that.
Right.
Overall, they was second. People that was the actual destination spot. So I'm surprised that the government ain't really trying to protect they investment, for lack of a better way of putting it, because that's what's bringing revenue into the country. You know what I'm saying? That shit is infusing the economy. So I don't know, man. That shit is kind of crazy, man. Sometimes, all these people dying, and then you got people that, the internet, that shit is unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? So you got a band of people jumping on that shit, talking about DR and all that, but
cancel DR and all that stupidness. I mean, it's just crazy.
But you got people that would get killed in Acapulco and Cancun, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't talking about
shit like that.
But here in New York City,
but that like Tito was just saying. I think that's the key thing. Like Tito was saying, why isn't the government knowing that that's hurting their investment? But you know why I think? I think it's because they're just slapping us in the face, letting us know that they're not even paying attention to our tourism. They're more worried about the corruption, more the stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? Because, example, even in America, anywhere, example in the Dominican Republic, where all these women was dying. It's like an epidemic. Every time something start happening, it's like consistent for 2-3 months. And the president didn't say a word. Don't you think you as a leader or president should at least talk to the public about women dying, little girls being raped?
Man,
like it's not just the tourism. Everything's hitting the news right now.
Yeah, man, the government definitely has to take more responsibility and get up to code with things. You know what I mean? Make sure that they raise the bar a little bit higher. You know what I mean? To ensure that the reputation of the country,
absolutely,
and you know what I'm saying, and other things happen, like Chris Ryder talking on the side like always. But
I know, right? Chris Ryder, we're still live right now. We can hear you though.
You
I'm trying to put me in this conversation.
Yo, we got a new name for Chris Ryder.
That Marcelo is different. That Marcelo with the Brugal.
We got Marcelo Ryder.
Everybody's different.
Marcelo Chris.
That's a new name, right?
Marcelo Chris.
He need the Marcelo. He need the wrong Marcelo. Got me lit. Nah, son.
Oh no, we're saying though. We hear you though. We're trying to have a conversation, but we hear you.
You can keep it to a low over there with Bodega the DJ because we're trying to get it's picking up on the mic. I'm sorry, I didn't want to shout you out, but that's the only way to get. The only way to shout out Barcelona Chris is by shouting him out. So anyway.
So that's another notch on the top there.
You got it with the Kumar said that he got you with the Barcelona.
So that's gonna be Barcelona Chris.
Man. So definitely, they definitely have to. People have to. There has to be more accountability. You know what I mean? People have to be. You have to definitely point out things and hold people accountable.
Absolutely.
In the government and people who are actually in charge of overseeing these regulations.
I mean,
resorts.
Absolutely, but it's a hidden agenda though, because I mean, for that to get so much media attention again, as I stated earlier, like it makes you want to think like there's something behind that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, like what Chris Ryder said, I mean, thousands of people go there on a daily basis, and we're talking about 10 reported deaths. And they're making a big deal, and people actually like they riding with it. Like they say, I'm not going to DR. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's an attack on the economy.
Absolutely.
Because I feel as if they see them up and coming up, and they want to put that to a little halt. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about tourism, even here in New York City, You know what I'm saying? There was 14 deaths reported last year, but no one talks about that. So, I mean, again, man, you start thinking about, like, something is not right. Something's kind of fishy with this, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And, I mean, again, media, man, they control the perception of the general public. And, you know, that scares the hell out of me because it shows you how easily people can be controlled and how people are not critical thinkers that can't really think for themselves and just go by what they see on television or mainstream media.
That's insane. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem with society right now. People are just they follow trends and they follow whatever the masses.
Absolutely.
Whatever everybody else is doing, that's what they're doing. They don't really take the time out to research things and actually find another source of information because most people, 95% or 90, I don't know what the number. I was like in the 90s. Result to Google's search engine for everything.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
Google
it becomes like
friend.
a phrase. I'm gonna Google it. It's a phrase.
Your friend.
Because Google says it's okay, it means it's 100% right.
Yeah.
No, brother. Google might be giving you misinformation to make you think that that's how it is, but that's not really how it is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But people have to do their own research and they have to. Get alternative sources of news, man. You can't just stick to one thing.
And you think about in the age that we live, we have so much access to information, but yet we're still being controlled. It's ridiculous,
it's insane,
man.
Bro.
Damn,
it's insane. I know that, like you said, there has to be a hidden agenda. There's probably a big project in the works somewhere else, and they're trying to knock down the tourism to DR so they can focus it in the new place.
And you made a valid point about that trade with China now, where it could be something that has to do with that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because China's up and coming. I think China's going to be the powerhouse of the world soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
they definitely are.
They're the industrial superpower of the world right now.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so
When you talk about all electronics, I mean, literally everything's almost made in China. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for real.
The only thing that's not made in China is this podcast. It's made in New York,
That's
baby.
Didn't have the round table, baby. Independent.
Didn't have the round table.
But the mics that we use are probably made in China.
Something is made in China.
100% guaranteed.
But yeah, not like even. I bet you even going to China is not as safe as you think.
Yeah,
if you do the wrong move,
it's
if
a
you have the
communist
wrong
country.
It's everywhere you go in the world.
Yeah.
Even other people coming here. Walking to the store might be at the wrong day of the worst day of your life.
Yeah. Absolutely,
but
man.
propaganda's a bitch, man. When money is pushed into propaganda,
you know what it is?
When big money is pushed into propaganda, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
When big money gets behind bad publicity or propaganda to knock something out, they make it happen because control. Big money controls the news outlets, controls the people who run the stuff, and everybody falls in line. Oh yeah, how much you gonna give me? $100,000? I got you. I'll write a story for you saying that this place is barred.
Exactly. Look, I see it on the Daily News. It said, what did it say? That the headline said, disaster in paradise in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, that was the headline.
In the headline.
Wow.
I even spoke about it like. Exactly.
I bet you that was the New York Post, right?
No, it was on the Daily News.
Oh, Daily News.
It was but remember, this is bad publicity going everywhere. New York, what is it? Good Morning America, everything.
Yeah.
And I also think that us, like Dominicans that are in the Dominican Republic, a lot of them is so addicted to what's going on here and the internet and the likes and all that they don't even become sometimes activists over there. They're just like, if somebody posts something about something, it looks like it's real, they'll repost it.
Right,
Instead of like, there should be a committee over there also controlling even the local media, even the little media like Alofoque, all these people that are influence the youth. Right. They should also be like somebody on top of them, let them know like you can't just be throwing everything through here to the young people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think that situation right there, though, I understand what you're saying there, but that situation that's going on right now, somebody dropped the ball and they trying to pick it up.
Right.
The same people that dropped it trying to pick it up, like I don't think nobody really wanted to do this like that.
Oh, nah. It was going to come to that. You're right.
Because this is just putting a halt on all types of money for everybody. Yep. So at the end of the day, it sounds crude, vulgar, whatever. When money, it shouldn't be everything about money. It shouldn't, but it is.
Yep. It is. That's the harsh reality about it.
Everything is about money. I don't care what you say.
So that being said, right now they just fell in that situation. They're getting a bad rap. Everybody talking about it. Yeah. Everybody. So it's fucking up. It might be also like what y'all was saying. They might have something else in the works somewhere else. So in order to do that, like for example, man, like I said before, like when we got locked up back in the day, they know that they took a whole neighborhood of kids away. They took 100 and plus kids off the street. So imagine them take 100 plus kids from your neighborhood. That's the whole hood.
Right.
As far as when it comes with the youngins, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the majority of everybody that, you know what I mean? So now that being said is, for a minute, they was letting us do what we wanted to do. You understand? But we thought we was doing our thing because we were smart. We thought we had it figured out. But they let us rock. But what we were doing was driving down the property value. And they friends and them was buying that. And once everybody said, yo, I got everything. Yeah, we got everything. They came in, cleaned up the hood, took us to jail. The property value went up instantly. Like, no, that shit went up. Everybody got rich. You understand? So I say that to say that right now, with this situation right here, like y'all was saying, maybe they want to shoot this shit down because they're going to bring something else up.
That's right. Yeah, it makes you think about that. You're right about that.
Or maybe they're trying to create a situation so then now the U.S. could come and solve it. And once the U.S. come and solve it, or anybody comes and solve it, they become the owner now. You
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're right. They and then you see this on all the time in big business, all the time. In politics, you'll see a politician running against another politician. He'll go to the nitty gritty, to the most extreme measures to discredit the other person because he wants his agenda to be seen. You know what I mean? So it could be, it's a lot of factors that go into that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody might want to, discredit the Dominican Republic, take the tourism away, and focus it somewhere else because there's a lot of money involved in a new project. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the CIA is famous for doing operatives where they go into foreign countries and they fuck up their system.
Of course.
So that, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
it could be a 007 fucking killing people.
And that's real though, man, because it's a book I read. It's called The Economic Hitman.
Yeah,
where they actually hire someone to go to a country and corrupt the leader.
They do that all the time.
Yeah.
They corrupt the leader. They get him in position and then they murder him. It's crazy. They do that all the time.
What I say, then I'm going to
take you out. Like a year ago, or
they did it to Noriega.
Wasn't a year ago, 2 years ago that Jay-Z was in the Dominican Republic, then La Marina. Dominicans was like growing even more, even more than Cardi B got on. Everything was going like our way. Everything. Then that death in the Bronx with that kid. Rest in peace. Yes. You know what I mean? What happened to him? Very sad. I feel like ever after that happened, if y'all realize, it has been a constant thing on top of being Dominican. If you notice since then, it got even, you know what I'm saying, all these things happening, even what we're facing right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it's tourism abroad. Go ahead.
It's funny you say that. But yeah, tourism abroad. But it's funny that you say that before we move on with that. Because now that you say that and I look back, it is true. Like, since that situation happened,
absolutely.
Dominicans started losing ground. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Dykeman is changing, bro. Like, they shutting all that shit down.
La Marina, like,
you know what I mean?
Even people going up there to fight, like, this should be to have fun and make money.
In prison, not saying that anybody would go. Even in prison,
they
the paisanos lost ground because a lot of ground because
we're not running the prison system anymore.
Not like that, bro.
Not like we used to?
Not like that because the fact of the matter is that you see when you give the people a moral cause, they're gonna fight more with their heart in it. You understand? Because there's a moral cause versus just a reason or a justification.
Right.
So right now everybody got a moral cause. Everybody's fighting for Junior. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Right.
So when it comes to the
you're right. Morality that definitely inspires people to do other things. But a lot of now you gave light to that Movimiento. I think we let people infiltrate the Dominican culture too much, and that's why it's getting revealed. Like certain things are getting revealed. You know what I mean? Like we have these fucking. I don't know what it is, but somebody's been, or maybe our own people, they want to make a change. I'm tired of people classifying us this way, so I'm going to be the whistleblower. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people do that. I'm tired of people looking at Dominicans like this, so let me be the whistleblower and show them that we sell hookah, but we don't report it on the fucking taxes.
But you know what it is? Like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Even if you try to talk to a girl that's not Dominican and she tells you, and you tell her you Dominican, she automatically starts acting like you're corrupt. you know the cheat code. Like, not every Dominican is looking to like be the, like, you know what I mean, like get away with petty stuff or like be like, you know what I'm saying, like you gotta have pride. I'm proud of being Dominican. You know what I'm saying, like.
You gotta go on the mic, baby.
Oh shit, he's back on, baby.
Yo, I saw
Chris, baby.
Yo, I saw an article the other day talking about how the perception of the Latino. And they always like that the Latino male is always like the oversexed, like the promiscuous. Yeah. And when you see on TV, you see the oversexed male that he knows what a woman wants. And then when you look at a Latino woman, what are they always portrayed at on the media? As maids, as whores, as clean up after everybody else. And that's the perception. So when he said that, it brought to mind that that perception is not true.
Absolutely,
you got a lot of Latinos who are hardworking business people.
But then you have a few bad apples that make that perception reality.
Absolutely, and that's where the stereotype comes in, right?
Yeah, look, this guy did it, so that means all of them do it.
Yeah, man.
I mean? So it's like that's kind of crazy.
I think it's gonna take all the activists and older people like you guys, the OGs, and like what I'm saying, a big push to keep these kids into a positive. On a positive vision, because the same kids that now are like 12, 13, 14, 4 or 5 years from now, those are going to be another problem that those kids could be facing again and again and again and again. Yep. When we could shift these kids into like being stars, like these American kids, Miley Cyrus, the you know what I'm saying, the Olsen twins, like you know what I'm saying, like we also have that kind of talent to transcend and be in Hollywood and live of making music and writing. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you was talking about Romeo earlier when I was on my way here. Like even what happened to him, that's the American dream. They came from the bottom, all of them, and look where they made it. Yep. And I think Romeo should always watch his mouth when he says anything about Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, and anybody that he knows is the people that put him where he is today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right.
100%. 100%.
100%.
And I want to just piggyback what you were saying, though, because, I mean, again, it starts with education and also taking ownership of your stuff.
Absolutely.
And sticking together, because that's the only way we could progress. Because at the end of the day, the system has been designed to keep us, you know what I'm saying, down. And the only way to break over that is for us to take more ownership of ourselves and do our own thing. We don't have to rely on, corporations, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Just like, yo,
and
come on.
And you also like having tournaments in you having tournaments in your neighborhood, whether it's basketball, baseball, swimming, whatever it is, that's keeping those kids coming to keep playing. Like me, I was around so much stuff, and I feel like sports, staying busy, training and running kept me away from a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep these kids
talking about that. Kobe Bryant has a big movement with that.
Yeah,
he's
like,
using basketball,
of course,
so they help kids get off the street.
We can't keep these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like example, my nephew. Shout out my nephew Jeremy. Everybody at first they was like, "Oh, he's 15. Why is he always on his phone and playing PlayStation?" But he's in the house nonstop. So if you look at the other way, like instead of him being running around, these little young 14, 15-year-olds with the wrong thing on their mind, I know he's in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still make him, go run, go do stuff, because you're gonna, when you get older, you're gonna like doing these things. It's gonna be a good hobby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a great way to build your ethics up. You know what I mean? Learn how to be self-productive, have responsibilities. You know what I mean? And that's crazy.
Student
but
athletes,
but tourism abroad, just in general, tourism abroad. The Caribbean is very big on tourism. And, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, not only in the Dominican Republic, but in other countries too. And, we just got to take that into consideration. The United States is not the biggest destination for tourism. So, and, they being the ones that are pushing that envelope where it's not good to go here. We don't want you to go there, little buddy, because it's dangerous. Something is big.
It's an agenda.
It's an agenda.
Yeah, it's an agenda behind
Definitely.
that, man. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And again, I mean, people just got to be more critical thinkers, man. Like, I mean, when you see mass media pushing that agenda, like, cancel DR, it's dangerous. You got to start to think, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Think, because when you have a big machine behind something,
right,
it definitely there's an agenda to it for sure.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Shout out to the mayor with Dykeman.
Shout out to DP, man.
Because of the community, the kids, man.
Yeah,
support those.
Yes,
support
that's a fact.
Yes.
Shout out to my
Man, keep on pushing.
Those are the little things. Those are little things that's gonna make a change.
Difference.
Those kids is playing hard, playing basketball. Before you know, they like I play like you know what I mean. I play high school basketball and high school baseball. I was getting a scholarship to a community college in Queens, like Queens College, and I didn't take it right away. I just tried to go to the Dominican Republic back then and like try to get drafted over there. It didn't work out directly, me getting drafted, but I was able to like look at it, the real dream right there in front of me. I don't want to. I was like, I used to say, I don't want to get older and be like, oh man, I missed out on maybe 18 and doing it. But you know what I'm saying? But it was a good experience for me, and I still, that didn't work out. Still came back to New York and tried to do something with my life.
Absolutely,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
that definitely motivates you to be a better person. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, I definitely agree. And
that was, I tell you, that was my dad, to be honest with you, because everybody around me used to just come to me with something else that wasn't just always a positive thing. Right. If you see me playing ball, you know that's all I do. Why don't you just buy me a basketball? Yeah. One time told me about something else, like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But hard work and sacrifice is what builds you to be a responsible person, and it can start with sports. It could start with you being into a book that you like. You go to a library. It could be art. It could be music. It could be anything. Right. It's just, we have to have these resources available on a larger scale so that people can actually grow up to be productive people and be good in society.
Absolutely. 100% with that, man. We're almost 2 hours in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did at the Roundtable podcast. I mean, we're gonna have a little special cipher soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have Movimiento.
Yeah.
Well, we got.
Well, come on, baby.
You gonna have a cipher, or we gonna have
JT the DJ?
a freestyle?
Is we gonna have that freestyle session with that premiere beat that I wanted, or
yo,
we gonna do.
We're gonna DJ. We're working on that though, bro. We were working on a number of things. We're gonna definitely gonna have a cipher with a bunch of artists, and we're gonna have an episode exclusive to that. You know.
You know my shit. IG is litty.
Yo, but for sure though, we're gonna have Movimiento on. Yeah. We're gonna have a number of artists that been on the show previously, and we're working on some things, and we're gonna have a nice cipher.
I don't usually be like, I'm not like into freestyle all the time, like freestyle artists, but I definitely do it for the round table.
So you up to the task?
Appreciate that, man.
Listen, I want to thank Movimiento Music for coming on the show, even though you was kind of late. I love you, bro. I love it.
He was on Latino time.
Listen, thank you for being here. We're always gonna support your music, bro. We love you. But they get a DJ, man. You killed it today.
Yes.
2.5 hours on your feet with your brolic ass calves. You know what I'm saying? I see you, bro.
Where's your burger? Where's your leave, man?
You got some batata.
Yo, listen, and you are officially the first live DJ on Dinner the Podcast.
Let's get it.
So congratulations.
Yes. The movement. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby.
Tell them one more time. Is this what you want? I want to hear that.
Now, they don't want that, yo.
But then shout out to Tito for being a pop-up guest.
Tito just came out of nowhere.
Let me get 60 seconds freestyle from my IG. Because they want him on the IG.
Okay, there you go. So we're gonna give it. We're gonna give the public what they want. But shout out to Barcelona Chris too. And you already know.
I know you had to say that.
Oh man, great.
Yo, this is probably the most active and like emotional I've been on the podcast.
No, there's been plenty.
I've been like more like aggressive with my shit though.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll accept that.
I think we're gonna have you drink Barcelona a bit more. You get more deep into the story. But Tito, man, thanks for coming on the show, man.
God.
So how was your birthday, man? You enjoyed it?
Very much so, man.
Yeah, I see you, man.
I seen the video, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Nice, man. The whole family was there.
Yeah. That was daughters. Those are the highlights.
Great, man. That's perfect, man. But God bless you, man, for being 50 years old, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact, my nigga.
No, you're not 50. I just took a shot right there. I'm coming back, yo. I told you.
You look like you're losing weight.
I am losing weight. But listen, real quick though.
The sparring has begun.
Listen, yo, me and Tito, man, we have a great friendship. Me and him, we always
awesome.
We always, joking around with each other. You know what I'm saying? You might have won the last battle, but the war's not over, baby. The troll war is not over. I love you, Chris. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah. Word. So you already know. Yo, throw that beat on for Movimiento. You already know.
Yes, the first freestyle session right here. Then at the round table right here.
Make sure it's being recorded, please.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all ready, bitch?
Yeah, we ready, man. We ready. Throw that beat on.
Yeah. Movimiento, se oye mucho, dale más para arriba aquí. Súbele bien, my headphones. You already know what it is, wild like the Cowboys, we out here. Oye, bring it up. That's the premiere beat.
That's you, B. DR and Premier, be
More
together.
laid back.
Let's get it.
Activado después de ese, ponemos otra vaina más, ya tú sabes, más de ahora, de más trap. Todos los días ando nuevo. Que siempre en bacano con carro nuevo y pila de cuero. Donde quiera que llego debo reguero. Todo el mundo dice es el hijo del bodeguero. I've been nice. These hoes been on me. They see my ears and they see the ice. This beat low back. When me, don't fuck with me. That's the wrong advice. While of life. Bugatti boys, we out here. These niggas out here changing color like Bugatti. It's like who we are. If the Kachi told y'all niggas changing up your wrong here. Yeah. Me activo contra pista, esto está en la vaina, tirando deportista, tiramos tiros como que somos de la guerrilla, en todos los bloques nosotros nos buscan silla, yeah, cámbiame la pista, ponme una vaina que me pongo, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're getting it in right now. We're getting it in.
We're
getting it in.
Get it in right now, baby.
Yeah, you already know.
Wow, man.
Drop that.
Drop one more beat. One more beat.
You already know.
One more.
Movimiento Live.
Coming soon.
Movimiento Live on Dominican
Y'all one more
Republic
instrumental
podcast.
right there.
Little freestyle. Put us he's a trap artist. Put some trap on for him, man. You went too deep with DJ Premier, man.
That was dope, though. That was dope. That was
Yo,
dope.
Movimiento, dar una capela bien rápido.
Yeah, shout out to
I don't think he was born when DJ Premier was doing this too.
Okay. So do acapella real quick, though, man. This is just off the top right now.
Say from the top, acapella, déjame ver. ¿Qué le llegó? Let me bring that back, that verse I was talking to my earlier. Dice, oye, qué problema que está viendo tres novelas. Tengo a Papá Dios peleando con el diablo aquí en la tierra. Think about that one.
Dope. That's dope. That's fire.
Somos diferentes. Look that up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Top Walla and
That's
Walla.
right. That's right.
Go support that. Inglés en español. I feel like we brought that wave back again. I'm not saying that we were the first to do it, but I think we was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Tito was a little ahead on that one.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's one of the things that I can attest to it. You know, I was involved with Tito in the whole process, and definitely the New York hip hop Spanish wave, the pioneers, one of the pioneers, the Tierra 809, Tito was involved with the YTC. There's a lot of people that don't, you know, Chaka, Indio, all them guys, man.
Sanchez, Chaka,
Yeah.
Sanchez,
ESP51, Vitro, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, free, welcome home, Alpa,
Yeah.
Iwa, you know what I'm saying? Hay mucha gente en Nueva York, Hip Hop RD, Blaze Music, los tigres de USA. Right now, los chamaquitos de 7-3 en el videos que están metiendo mano, you know what I'm saying, Narch Film. Creo que mi gente, tenemos que seguir apoyando todo lo que está pasando y dejar que cada uno juegue su papel.
That's right.
You feel me?
Wow, man.
That's really where
Can we
it's
get
at.
one more, though?
Let's get one more. Yeah, I think
Yo,
we get one
more.
It's the hot trap, but
I don't think
get
we
one
can
more.
classic.
You didn't have
Hip
one more.
hop ass
Who
way.
turned off
You
that
heard?
mic?
Oye, rapidito, nada que tengo
Was it you?
ahí.
Nah, I only turned off mine and yours.
Llégale esto.
And it was off the whole time.
Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, the mic was off the whole time, man. That's crazy.
Which
Yeah,
mic
yeah.
is now?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I think it was off for the last hour because I never touched
No, but
it.
I heard him though.
I was hearing myself in the headphones too.
Yeah.
So damn,
I
we
guess with
fucked
the freestyle though, it's probably on mute though. But I mean, we
But
still heard him though.
Dale.
Yo,
One
on
more.
IG, they wanted him freestyle on some Nipsey beat.
Ooh.
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? Go support that
Ewok.
Ewok.
Swag, you
Rest
heard?
in peace, Nipsey Hussle record on YouTube.
Del Brugal
Esta, no se oye bien la pinta.
There you go.
Yeah, he took it back to Cali.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
That's that Cali wave. You're right about that.
Damn. After this Cali, at least 1 second some New York trap or some down south trap. I'm gonna let look at rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. Tupac, everybody out there. Hey, están pidiendo los favores porque tenemos los cueros todos tan bonitos colores, los carros de estos colores. Ustedes quienes ponen, están hablando mucho bien, entonces quién que le compone, ¿ah? Yeah, I've been nice. I've been nice. Yeah. Por la brincar como un 6'4", oye.
Yeah. Movimiento music in the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No me tiro fotos, yo la pongo en 4.
Drop a bomb on it. Drop a bomb on it.
Trap.
Woo!
New York trap.
That's go, baby.
They get a DJ and the 1 and 2s, baby.
Anything trappy right now.
He's gonna give me what y'all want right now. This is what you want?
El Movimiento 212 DR Latino movement. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
That's right, baby.
AGM, what up? Reverb, what up? 40p, what up? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Tapa música para gente en la calle. Hasta lo que cocinan la comida de la gente que están trabajando en el bloque, oye.
Yeah.
Todos los días en guerra, aquí sí hay problemas. Te matamos a ti, despertamos a tu abuela. Aquí no tenemos ninguna regla. Y la última que fue la que vimos en la escuela. Todos nuevos, estamos nuevos. A tu jeva le di el huevo. Ahora solo ya me llama. Hago todo lo que quiero. Cambio pita, cambio pues.
Okay.
Viendo en todos los lados. Yo soy hijo de un trapero. Digo en la cone. Dime, ¿dónde que se fue? Ya ni no lo ve, pero los paquetes ya llegué. Ustedes todos están hablando y no se ven en el internet. Tú lo ves en el blog que están toditos en Percocet. Y ninguno va a cingar, y ninguno va a cambiar. Es lo que es un bajo a mierda. Yo no sé para dónde tú vas. Que se mete con este coro, yo te mando a rezar. Que con Guala, y Bruga, pues te puede terminar. Be nice. Be nice. Nice whips, nice house. Oye, es que lo que. Yeah, ¿te gusta esa pista? Yeah,
Fire.
Money ain't a problem. Y'all niggas talking but never know to solve them. My man did so many years, y'all niggas it's a problem. Now you hang you como un niño en el condado. Nadie a ti te quiere.
Go. Movimiento Music Live.
There you go, baby. The first freestyle session ever.
Go, baby.
You just made history right now, baby.
Good luck.
There you go, man. But they get a DJ was kind of hard at first with the premiere, but you got it, man.
But it's good, though. I mean, like,
it show your versatility, yeah.
Absolutely.
You went from English to Spanish,
Dominican Republic.
And yo, he was actually freestyling, though, man. Like, I respect that, brother. I respect that.
No, you do your thing.
For real.
That was definitely off the top.
Shout out to you, Captain.
Yeah, man.
There
you go, man. You really know, man.
40 Projects, Brooklyn, what up?
You know the mic.
All of them.
Chris Ryder.
Yo, we definitely gonna try to make that a regular thing at the round table.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Freestyle, rapping, anybody.
Yeah.
Come
man.
on, we're gonna make this a monthly thing. You heard?
Any independent. You know what I'm saying? Independencies all gold, man. And honestly, man, I mean, for us, though, we have a platform that we talk about real things.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and honestly, like, for real, we definitely, I see it coming, though. Like, we definitely going to take over, man.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
I'm listening on the way here, man. It's a smart show.
I appreciate that.
When I say smart, I mean, like, it's a very conscious show to what's going on surrounding us. Like, today's topic was amazing. Last week was amazing with the nature, you know what I mean?
Nature and nurture.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks. All these topics, they need to hear it, man.
Absolutely.
Yo, but you already know, man. The Net Around Table podcast. Any final thoughts on tourism abroad?
I like that beat right there.
Oh, I said, whoa, my nigga Titone. It's 107.
Let me know about the site right now. Hold up.
Hey, yo,
it was your birthday. You're now 50 years old. You already know how I go. Whoa. But real quick, real quick,
a rapper. I always knew.
I got the swag. I just don't got the lyrics like that. I'm a flashy boy here. But anyway, man, you already know.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Yeah, final thoughts, man.
I mean, people just gotta sit back and see this play out, man. Don't believe the hype, man.
Yeah,
just let's see this shit play out before you start passing judgment, you know? With that, I'm
shit, damn, kid. That was a good one. I like that.
How could you make something so simple and then complicate it so much?
Yo, shout out to Tito, bro. He brings an element to the podcast for real that ain't been there before. What was he? Barry White? Barry White in the mic? Barry White in the mic?
Oh, man.
It's like 2 wild bears fighting in the forest naked and shit.
Silky, though. Smooth, you know?
Oh, man.
He's going smooth on it. Nah, but yo, Chris Ryder, I expressed my opinions. The Barcelo Chris came out on his podcast, but I'm very passionate about it, and You know, I feel like people should look at the mathematics before they pass judgment. And, you know, I was just so upset about the whole, like, you know, if you want to kill a vacation, go to DR. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's thousands, like, you know, thousands of people that come to DR on a weekly and monthly basis. And the fact that you pass a judgment on 10 people that died, you got to do your research first. And I feel like people nowadays, they don't do their research. They just want to look at the internet, see a meme, and they believe that meme, and then they want to run with it and say, oh, you know, DR is dangerous all of a sudden. Like, DR is not dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best countries you could ever visit in your life. You know, so for me, it's like, I just feel like it's just bullshit. And my feelings is that don't let what the media tells you dictate how you go about your life, because you could go to DR, have a great time, and still come back.
Right.
You know, because at the end of the day, when you wake up, you don't know if you're going to return home.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't know that.
Right.
So don't let the media dictate anything to you.
Yep.
And that's just my final thought. It's like, you know, just live your life as you always have. And don't let the media dictate anything to you, because, like I said, you can wake up today and not wake up tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and it's such an attack on the Dominican people. It's just stupid. So that's my final thought. Chris Fighter signing off, baby. You hurt?
And Barcelona, baby.
That's that Barcelona. Chris,
Can't be
baby.
missing no more, man. Barcelona, I gotta be in the house.
Oh, man.
My
Hey,
final
yo, Chris,
thought-
welcome to the party.
Pues sí, mi gente. My final thought, I think, you know, as a Dominican, you know what I mean, growing up in America and being very mindful of where I'm from and my culture, I think, you know, we need to do better. Any little thing you do to help, even if it's a post on a positive way towards what's going on, or even expressing yourself, you know, like letting you know, even if it's 100 followers, you tell them, or is it 5,000 or 5 million, that we all pushing a positive agenda. We go and turn this around quick. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And we've been popping since Frank Sinatra. Wow. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like since before that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think just anywhere you go around the world, you gotta be careful. And I think it's just like more of like an alert of us that we can be our culture can be targeted, and we would have to be prepared. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To do what to do next, or turn it to the positive way. And anywhere you go around the world, no matter where it is, Dominican Republic, or even just going down south, can be a problem. So, you know what I mean? It's not just abroad, it's even here in America too.
Absolutely. That's 100%. And I mean, again, anything can happen at any given time, at any place. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. So it doesn't matter where you are. You know what I mean? And one thing about like the Dominican culture is very influential too, man. Like, I mean, you think about as far as like music, right? Like bachata, merengue, which basically, you know what I'm saying, came from DR. With the,
Even in hip hop too.
Yo, hip hop too.
Encendido. We've been saying encendido now. La palabra lit. We lit. Encendido. Backward.
Yeah.
How long we been saying no bulto, no gorrito, no gorrita? Ahora di que no cap,
slang,
no gorrita. Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we keep going back and forth through
That's
the culture.
100% right. Yeah, you're right about that, man.
Palomo, bird.
Yup.
Yeah, man.
That's word.
That's
They
right.
talk about
that's right.
they've been culture vulturing us for real.
Nah, absolutely, man, absolutely. So I want to just say one thing, man. I mean, when it comes to the mainstream media, people got to be more critical thinkers, man. And you know, it's just basically unfortunate that, you know what I'm saying, where people are so easily, you know, controlled by the perception of what is portrayed in front of them with mass media. And I mean, I'll end it off with this though. George Carlin nailed it when he said the way basically they want you to be smart enough to do the paperwork, but dumb enough not to question things that happen around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But not only that,
That's definitely what's going on. People don't take out the time to question things and do their own research.
Yeah, man.
But my final thought is live, love, and travel, man. Don't believe the hype. Don't let media dictate what's going to happen in your life. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You're going to, you know, there's a lot of unsafe places. And there's a lot of safe places, but you're never safe, man. Life is
anything can happen at any given
it's
time.
a chess game. You never know what's gonna happen when you step out your crib. You never know if you're gonna wake up the next morning.
Word.
So don't believe the hype and live your life, man. Live life.
Word, let's live
love
life.
and travel.
Pass me that Brugal. We can live a life.
Yeah.
Shout out Brugal. You know what I'm saying? People will be like, "Ven acá, Movimiento." They sign the check. I mean, to be honest, I haven't got a check.
They sponsoring you, bro? The fuck?
Nah, I've been supporting them.
This is what they signing.
I've been supporting them as a Dominican brand. Like I go to any supermarket, anything that I go, I see que los juguitos rica, I see Presidente, Brugal. People don't know this is every liquor store in America right now. They got a distribution deal. So you know what I'm saying? It's not the same one in DR. That's why they make you travel over there. You know, help tourism.
Right.
And it was
it's also good. Also in America, you can.
It was in Good Morning America. They have a Brugal that cost like $3,000 some shit. Yeah. Like half of the proceeds go to a charity.
You know what's funny to me sometimes? You know, que los tigres van a la discoteca. They want to front que como es y que un tro de botella que los dueños son franceses de otro país y la marca dominicana dice que no, que eso no sirve y esto te da mejor nota. Bacanería, y si tiene una jevita, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta think that, like, if I'm gonna support something else, why can't I support mine too?
Absolutely. That's definitely bag if you got Brugal. But yo, Bodega the DJ, what's up, man? Give a shout out right there. Give your final thoughts.
Let's end it over with a quick mix, though. Bodega, you down for just a little end mix?
Check. I want to give a shout out to everybody who supported the round table with my knights. We got Luther Nelly, Luther JT, and Luther Chris. With a special guest for my peoples, El Titón. Special artist, we got El Movimiento, a.k.a. Brugal, a.k.a. Uptown, a.k.a.
That's right.
A.k.a. This is what you want.
A.k.a. Queens, a.k.a. New York City, con todo el mundo.
That's right. I love
the city, man.
That's
Long
right.
Island. Shout out a Cocodrilo en Long Island. Ya tenemos cocodrilo, tenemos los tigers, tenemos los apes, tenemos. ¿Qué es lo que nos falta?
Llévatelo.
But definitely, thank you for being on the show. But they get a DJ, Movimiento DJ Titón. You already know.